Hi, this is Dorothy Kilty. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/user/DAKIELTY. This is the Just-in-Time Christmas Cuties Challenge brought to us by Rose O'Keefe of Journals in Time. And she created the Christmas Cuties kit that you can get in her Etsy shop, which is Journals in Time. And the kit is 25% off until the end of November if you use the code DTCUTE25. And don't forget to look for creations by the other artists who are part of this challenge using hashtag JIT Christmas Cuties. JITCHRISTMASCUTIES. There's really been some beautiful things created using this kit. Now, this is an adorable kit, and I did make another video that I'm going to try and save. I'm trying to download it to edit it now. But meanwhile, I wanted to show you the finished envelope stack that I did. Now, I did demonstrate in the video how to do this. But before I get to it, I just wanted to talk about this envelope right on top. Now, I did use an envelope for this, and inside we have 2 vintage postcards. And if you take this vintage postcard out, you can see that behind it, there's paper put on the envelope, and there's a border here around the front. I wanted to show you the way that I created this because I think it's just a really fun technique to use. Okay, so the way you do this is actually by using part of an envelope. So this is just the see-through window envelope, and as you choose it, you can actually lay the frame out on different paper to see what the design would look like that shows through, or the way you're going to design it. So you're going to cut out this hole here in the paper, and then what you'll see is around here. So I didn't think that one was a good one. I looked at this one, and I thought all the fun things on this one were going to be cut away instead of being used, so I didn't want to use this one. So the one that I got to is this one. So if I put this here and lay this out here, I can cut it in such a way, cut this around here so that the rest of the flowers will be the outside of the frame, but then cut around the flowers here so that it will frame whatever picture goes inside. The same way I cut around these to frame the pictures inside. Now, the way that I did this, and you can use the envelope all by itself. There's a lot of different ways you can use this. But what I did, because I was doing an envelope stack, is I wanted the envelope to be able to, to go on, and when there's nothing in there, I wanted to have a pretty background that shows. So I used this paper on the back of the envelope on this one. The way you figure out where you're going to cut on the envelope is you put it up to a window. So if you put this window behind your design and then put it up to the window, you can see the design through. And then I don't know if you can see this, I drew a line around here and stopped where I would be cutting out the poinsettia here and then again around here. I did not do a pretty line because I'm going to be cutting just on one side or the other of this line, and then I'm going to erase any pencil that's left to clean it off, okay? So the way I would do this is start with this cutter And where I need a straight edge, now you can see that I was very sloppy in drawing my line, but it's okay. So just, I'm going to cut down right to where the poinsettia starts there. And then I'm going to go around here, and I'm going to cut to where the poinsettia stops here. Now, it's a good idea to actually make this line a little bit in from where you need to be cutting so that you can cut it off and it'll still look good, okay? So now I'm just cutting the straight parts of this, and then I'll cut the circle, the rest of it out by hand. So if I take this, now there's two things that you can do to clean this up afterwards. One of them is to take either a piece of sandpaper or a emery board and kind of sand across the inside to smooth out the edges. I'm just going to take the poinsettias here and not worry about these backgrounds. So right now I'm just going to cut this out roughly so you can see. So now you can see that when I finish cutting this out and I put this back here, the frame is hidden, and then when I cut this out, there'll be a little border here. Now, the other thing you can do is just cut a straight square out here and then just put pictures on top to build it up a little bit, and that'll have the same effect. So I'm not going to completely finish this because we can actually see the finished one in the book, but I just wanted to try and give you an idea of how that was done. I just recently read the idea of putting it up in the window, and I really thought that was such a clever idea for a way of doing it. Okay, so now again, this is an envelope flip and a journal. So we'll start with the envelope flip, and this is the flap of a pretty large envelope. Let's see, the envelope was about 6 by about 8, a little over 8 inches. So a large envelope. Actually, I have them here. So this was a large envelope that I started with. And I covered up the inside to make it a little bit, so these could be pockets. Now this is not being made exactly like this one, but it's going to be another envelope stack. So here we have this. Now when I made this one, I folded it and put it together in such a way that there was a spine here, so I had plenty of room for the writing pages in the journal. So here we have the envelope flip, and I cut the envelope along this side so that this could be a pocket, and then you also have the pocket that you can see here. Okay, now we have another one that flips off this one. This one, the envelope is here, and I just wrap the paper around this way, and we have belly bands on both sides of it with little envelopes and things stuck in it. And also it's open at this side, so we've got an envelope here. Now this is an envelope that I didn't glue together. Whoever gets it can glue it together if they want, but I sometimes like to use envelopes like this as hidden journaling spots all by themselves, okay? Now, this envelope comes up this way, and you can see that this envelope was so cute with little Santa Claus and the rabbits and the deer that I didn't do anything with that except to put this tuck spot over here. And this one is one of the papers. Oh, well, obviously didn't let that dry before I tucked it. Shame on me. Okay, this was the inside of the paper. And I'll put something over here now to hide that, but it's light enough so that you can use it for journaling. And then because the back was white, I just stenciled on it and used some of the poinsettias from the kit to decorate it. This is a tuck that goes in here that will hold it closed, and then it can go in this spot here. Okay, now when we lift this one back, okay, we have the envelopes open here. Again, this time I went ahead and I glued the envelope together, and I just have a piece of Christmas paper folded in and tucked inside for more journaling. This could also work as a tuck spot here, especially if you put a clothespin here to hold it in place. This card, I think these papers are so cute, but I just put corner tucks there, and then I have a little envelope there. Once again, not closed, but it could be. And then just some of these pages hit printed two to a page to use to make a little journaling spot. Okay, so we're going to close this back up, close this, and close this. Now if we open it up, here is the journaling spot. And in here we have a tuck here to put things in. Okay, and then this is journaling pages, some of them from the kit, and some of them just vintage papers and things that I have that I like to use. So a little blank ledger page, this Christmas page that I have from years ago, and a vintage card. I also, in the center where I tied it in, and you can see that it was tied into the spine here that's tucked under the flap. And then I just took these and put a couple of, glued together a couple of the little bitty, labels from the kit, and those hang down as a dangle. Okay, so here's our paper. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to this. I could add spots on all of those writing pages, and that would be great, but I think it looks pretty nice just the way it is. The way that I attach this is I just use an eyelet here, and I put the ribbon through, and I tied it in a knot because it's kind of thick ribbon, so I couldn't really just make the loop. But then you just tie it in a bow to hold it together. So, lots of little surprises to find for whoever gets this. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but one of my friends may see it at some point. Okay, thanks very much for letting me share this. Again, thank you to Rose O'Keefe of Journals in Time for these cute papers that she used to make this. And I appreciate you taking time to watch my videos. Thank you.